right. I didn't get my music this morning, so I can get groovy with it. All right, all right. Let's see here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Okay, I know we're on. Hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. We're back again, top of the week. This is Tuesday afternoon, and we are back again with some more information. Very, very important information. You know how we keep it. We keep it going so that everyone can, at least stay in tune, get their business going, do some of the things that they need that's necessary for you to get your business up and running and to be successful at what it is that you're doing. And you got to have all the information. You guys line them up in order of how you know that you need to use them so that you can always go back and refer to these things. You know what I mean? So that it's a book for you to follow in order for you to be successful at what it is that you're doing. So what we're doing here every single week is giving you guys some tips, giving you guys some information, some of the what not to do, certain things, how to do it. And today we want to talk about something very, very, very important. I'm going to keep it very, very simple for you guys. And it is one of the most important things that you guys must have in your business. And so I'm going to make it very simple because, again, this is a very intimidating topic. Sometimes people get a little up in arms because they feel like it's a lot more involved, which it is. But for the most part, it's not anything that you personally have to do yourself. And so I will tell you about your accounting and the purpose, what it is, and why it matters to your business. And of course, once you hear these points, it won't feel so intimidating. A lot of people is burdened by it, and a lot of people is kind of, want to stay away from it. But it's the one thing that you must do, the one thing that you cannot stay away from, and you have to stay on top of it from the day you start. Okay, so your accounting is important. We're going to talk about 3 points. We're going to talk about what it is, and we're going to tell you why it is important. So you guys stay tuned so you can get this information. It's going to be very, very simple. Okay, so make some points. It's not as bad as you think it is. So let's talk about the accounting process and what exactly does it mean when someone tells you that you have to have your accounting. And so this is one of the things that, again, like I said, it's the most important to your business. You don't think it when you first start because your mind is so set on the business that you're starting, how to get it going, how to get people in to come and service, bring you business. If it is a service business, if it's retail or any type of sales business, you want to know how to get that product out there. So you focus on this stuff, right? But what everyone lose sight of is how to track what they are doing financially. And this is where your accounting comes in. So the accounting process, guys, let me explain very, very, very clearly. Again, make some notes. The accounting process is all it is. And I'm going to make it sound simple, is a place where you keep track of all of your business activity, right? The definition is how your business records are organized, right? How you track it and how you keep it in this one big, let's say it's a big machine, and all of your transaction, every single thing you do for that business all comes in one place into your accounting records. Okay, so that's really what it is. This is stuff that you're doing every day, every time from the time you start, from the time you spend money setting up the business, registering the business, paying for a consultant for the business, ordering product for the business. Every time you do one of these activity, it's something that you have to spend money on, right? It is time that you put into it. It is mileage that you put out. It is phone calls. Every single activity that you do for your business gets tracked. That is your accounting procedure. So when all this stuff comes together, it lays out a whole financial picture, and then it tells you what the business did for that month or for those 3 months. Okay, so this is what the accounting process is. So like I said, it always sounds very complex. A lot of folks is always intimidated by it. And so when you hear, oh my God, my accountant. Now, I went to a meeting once when I first started my business at a SCORE where, where they help business get started. And 2 of the things they said that you must have when you're getting ready to start a business is an accountant and an attorney. So if you're in one of those businesses where you're going to be dealing with a lot of contractual agreements, then you want to make sure that the first thing you put on board is an attorney so they can make sure the contracts that you enter into is going to be favorable, right? And then the second person is the accountant to make sure that from the time you started, you have all your records in order. So those are two things. Again, they are costly for your business, but they're very, very, very essential. And you want to make sure that, of course, you know what the purpose of it is, and that we'll talk about how you can make it happen where it starts off being a lot less expensive for your business, since of course you're just starting. So what accounting is where all of your transactions, everything you do, everything you buy, right? Everything you spend money on, everything that comes in the business. So if any revenue comes in, if any loan comes in, whatever comes in that goes into your business account, the accounting process is what tracks all that stuff, put it all together in one pot, and then give you a financial report. And it tells you the story of the business, how much money comes in, how much money went out, where that money went, and what it was spent for. Okay. And then it also tells you what's left. So that's what the accounting is, guys. You can't not have it when you start from the very beginning. A lot of times people feel like that's the last thing I'm going to think about because I just want to get this business going. And at the end of the day, you are behind. And let me tell you, just from experience, a lot of times people stay behind in getting their accounting right, and so they never get caught up. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys understand how important it is, and make sure that at least you stay on top of it from the very beginning, because if you start that way and you make it important, you're going to make sure that it gets happening as you go along the way, right? So, hey, Rod, thanks for jumping in here. Thank you. All right, guys. So why is accounting and why does it matter to your business is what we're talking about today. And of course, the first one is, what is accounting? The definition of accounting. That's the first point today. All right. So let's move right along to our second point. Why is the accounting important to your business? Why is it important? Now, we said that it is the place where all of your business activity, all the transactions come together in one place. So by all of your stuff being in one place, you can now get you a financial report. A financial report, again, like I said, it shows you how much money you make, how much money you spend, what your profit is. Everybody has to know this if you're operating a business. You can't operate a business and not know these things. So you will have this report. So why is it important for your business? Because, right, one, it will help you with your projection. Because you know what the business is doing right now, it will allow you to make decisions for your business to grow. It will help you to project. If you know how much money you're making now, you can project how much money you would be making, say, in 12 months, how much money you would be making, say, in 5 years. But you have to have the current information, right? You need a basis to start. Got to have current information before you can even project future information. So if you don't know what you're doing right now financially, there's no way you can actually project what your business is going to do in the future. So you have to have your accounting for that. So that's one of the first things that why it is important to have, or why you need to have it. Second thing, for instance, if you need some type of funding for your business, right? If you need funding for your business, they're going to need to see your financial statement. And to have a financial statement, which is the report, you must have the accounting done, right? If it's a new business and you don't have a financial statement, but you can have a projected financial statement, what that income and expense is going to look like once you get started. Okay, so very important. You got to know what that is. And so it's essential for you to get any type of funding, right? It's also, if you want to attract investors, if you want someone to come in and say, let me invest in your business, you're up and running for the last year or two, this looks like a great opportunity. You may need some additional funding. You may want an investor to come in, bring some cash, help the business to grow, right? It might be all worth the while. Of course, they want to see your financial record. Without your accounting, you cannot provide this information accurately. So again, you're defeating your business growth, right? You can't grow if you can't get anybody to come in and invest or give you any money, or you don't even know what exactly your business is doing. So there you go. You have to have an accounting record for you to attract anybody that wants to invest in your business. It helps you to stay on top of your accounts receivables. And accounts receivables is money that's owed to you by some of your vendors, right? Or clients. And if you don't have proper records, proper accounting records, you won't know what people owe you. You won't know how far behind they are. That's the other part. You don't know if they owe you for 30 days or how long they owe you for, because you have no record of it. You can't track it. You don't know what anything is. So it helps you stay on top of your receivables, which help your cash flow to get that money in, right? So you've got to have accounting for that. It also helps you stay on top of your bills, right? Your accounting records, when you owe for merchandise or you owe any of your bills, any of your suppliers, you have to know what those bills are. You have to know when those bills are due, how much they are. If you have proper accounting records, that information is there. They help you stay on top of those bills. You can actually pay them on time. It helps your credit. So look, you cannot do without it. You got to have accounting. You got to have these reports, right? And last but not least, and there's other reasons, but we always have to be at this place. For you to have accounting, the most important thing is for your tax preparation. You want to have accurate record to prepare your taxes. One thing we don't want to do here is pay any more taxes than we have to, right? And if you don't know how much money you really make, you could be paying taxes and profits that you didn't make, right? Because you never deducted all of your expenses. Therefore, your profit looks like you have made a lot of money. You could pay a lot of unnecessary taxes when in fact, you probably didn't make as much money. Why? Because you didn't properly account for all of your business expenses. So you don't notice. Your bottom line looks like you made a lot of money. You wind up paying taxes, right? And then if you don't pay all those taxes, you wind up incurring penalties. You wind up incurring interest. I mean, I can't emphasize, guys, how important it is. So many small businesses, when they get started, they wind up in tax problem before they really get going. And some people just literally go out of business. This is what we don't want to have happen. And that's why we stay on this. So accounting is very important. One of the last and most important thing I want to say about it, like I said, is the tax consequences. You need to have proper accounting in order for you to pay the proper amount of taxes. No more. All right. So we don't have anything that we don't have to pay. So there's a lot of other reasons, but I want to just stop at those right there because they're most essential. If you follow those, of course, you will be in the clear, which is where we want to be. We want to be in a good place. All right. So guys, let's move right on to our third point today. When do your business need accounting? All right. So again, like I said, when you hear accounting, it's like, oh my God, this is a whole lot. I can't possibly do this. When your business needs accounting, usually right away. When you start the business, like I said, you have to lay a foundation, you have to make a plan, and you would need accounting. You need accounting right away. When you need an accountant, right? When you need an accountant, you have to determine that. But we'll tell you, but you need accounting right away, meaning that the day you started the business and when you first start conceptualizing business, you want to be able to keep track, because usually people spend money when they thought about the business and they go and register the name. You haven't started operating, but you started spending money, right? So that's when you start accounting. So you need it from the very, very beginning, from the onset. You need your accounting in place. You literally can track this stuff yourself once you get started. However, essentially, you need to know, when is it time for you to hire a professional to take care of your accounting? Okay. So a lot of times for cash flow purposes, a lot of folks, when they start their business, they can track the records because it's not a lot of activity initially. But if your business is growing and it starts growing faster than you can anticipate, right? More activities, more things is going on, more cash is coming in, more cash is going out, some of it a lot faster than you anticipated. Paperwork begins to pile up. There's a lot of different filings that needs to take place. That's going to depend on how much money you make. All this stuff is essential, why your accountant is important. And at that point in time, you need to make a quick decision. I got to get a professional on board to handle all this stuff so that they can, one, make sure that everything is accurately done, make sure that all of your filings is done appropriately, and more than all, an accountant can financially advise you. And some of the major decisions that you will have in your business, an accountant can assist you with that. So that's when you want to get a professional person on board to assist you with that paperwork. Okay. So it's okay to get started on your own because, of course, cash flow is probably a problem at that point in time. but you want to make sure you know when to make that change, when to get some professional on board to assist you with that before it gets away from you. Again, like I said, a lot of small business gets into financial problem because one, they don't have proper planning. Two, they don't stay on top of their accountant. And three, they never knew when to get a professional in to start advising them and take over, the bulk of what has to happen there. Because a professional accountant, not only are they going to be doing your taxes, but they will advise you financially. They'll make sure that all your documents is accurate. And like I say, accuracy, you pay a lot less taxes because now you know exactly what you're doing. So we want to make sure that that is where you are, guys. You cannot survive in business without it. Okay, so hey, Laverne, thanks for jumping in. All right, so those are my 3 points today, guys. What we're talking about is what is accounting and why it matters for your business. Most essential. A lot of us starts a business and we're so busy trying to get the business going. This is the farthest thing from our mind. And I have so many experience when people come to do their taxes, they don't remember anything about what happened, how much money they spend, what they spend it on. Now they're having to backtrack, and I guarantee you, for the most part, they usually miss a whole lot until I actually sit with them and show them how they can go back, get those records, compile that information, and then show them how they need to put it together so that they can have correct information just to prepare the tax return. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid you having to be in that place because everyone that you go to is not going to sit with you and get it right that way. So again, you would probably be paying a lot more taxes than you have to, all right? So let me recap these 3 points today. Very important. First one, why you need accounting and what it is the definition of accounting is the place where all of your business transaction is compiled. All the monies that come in, all the monies that go out, what it goes out for, how much is left, what your profit looks like. This is what the accounting records does. It gives you a whole story of what the business is doing. It also gives you a story of all your assets. If you have equipment, any building, anything like that, right? Automobiles in your business, that accounting records will show all of your assets on your balance sheet. So it's the story of your business. Besides your profit and loss, it tells what the business is worth. It shows the assets. It shows you your bank balances. It shows all the stuff that is in your business, right? It's a whole financial picture. It's the book. It's the book. It's the story of the business, guys. You got to have it. First point. Second point is why it's important. Once again, you cannot operate a business without knowing what you are doing financially. You cannot project. You cannot grow because you don't know what numbers you're working with. You don't know what to project. If you don't know you're making $100,000 now, how can you project $500,000 in the next 6 months or the next 12 months? You have no idea, right? So for projection, business decision, if you need a loan, if you need investors, all this is why you need to have proper accounting record, right? For tax purposes, you have to be able to have proper accounting records. None of this stuff is going to operate, and so many businesses go out of business from the very beginning because of poor accounting records, okay? So let's not be one of those, right? Third point today, when your business needs an accountant, usually right away, you need an accountant from the day you start because like anything else, you plan, you want to project, you want to have a good foundation to build your business on, so you want to have proper financial guidance from the onset. So right away, your business needs an accountant. However, like I said, because of cash flow, you can do the accounting yourself as long as you know what it is that you should be doing. But you must know when to bring in a financial person to come in and assist you and make sure that you're on the right track, make sure that you have accurate record, make sure that you file accurate tax return, and they can advise you financially to make decisions that you need to make in your business for you to be successful. So you have to know when to bring in a financial person, a professional person, maybe on a consultant basis until you actually can afford to do it in a full time. But don't not do it because it is so detrimental to your business, guys. Very important. So those are my 3 points today. And I want to remind you guys now what we cover here with accounting. When you guys come to the course that we are giving, we will teach you how you can keep your record. How you can keep the record yourself initially, right? When you get started, which will save you a lot of time and money. Again, like I said, make sure you know when to make that change. So make sure you know when to, okay, let me get a professional on board. This is way too much for me. So you guys come to the course at elainesdesk.com. I will teach you guys everything you need to know to get your business started, how to get it registered, what type of business you should form. You know, whether it's an LLC, whether you should just do a corp, whether it's a sole prop. We'll teach you what the financial statement looks like, how you can keep those records yourself initially, how to read those records, right? And all this projection and, you know, your business plan, all that stuff we will teach you how to do, guys. Great foundation to get started. It is the recipe for success. You cannot build a house without a foundation. And if it's not strong enough, it will tumble and fall, and you likely will lose the money you have invested and go out of business, guys, and having to start over again. Okay, so we don't want that to happen. Make sure you go to elainesdesk.com and look for the dates and time of the course, right? So you don't miss that. And then, of course, guys, we'll be back here on Thursday afternoon, every Tuesday and Thursday. This is such great information. Again, and I'm excited to give it to you guys. So many people calling and excited of having it. A lot of people come back through here and go through these videos. And Thursday, we'll talk about 3 things to consider before starting your business. All right, 3 things to consider before starting your business. If you are one of those people who's still on the fence and still trying to figure it out and still trying to wonder, and you've been procrastinating, of course, for a very long time. Sometimes we do this for years, right? You've been doing it. You're one of those people. We will help you along so you can get going. Because again, if you don't get started, you will not finish, right? So that's what's happening on Thursday, guys. So once again, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday. I want to thank you guys for jumping in here. Hit like and share on this video. Make sure everyone gets this information. This free information for everybody. Hit like and share on this video. And then, guys, I will see you guys back here on Thursday afternoon with some more great information for you and your business. All right, with that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.